So Deepak, as we are adjusting to the new normal, which is powered by remote working and contactless payment, as this was mentioned, we can see business accelerating in the digital agenda. Companies have substantial assets and data which are sitting in the digital form, and I think the threat of cybersecurity certainly haunts most of the organizations today. And with the rise of the cybersecurity risks that the organizations are facing today, I think it's important to have the right skill sets. We have shortage of skill sets for sure, but I think it's important to have our people trained in cybersecurity skills. It's important to make sure that they're aware of cybersecurity issues and they're able to address. It's more of a prevention than a cure. So what I would want to say is, as we are training our people, we have to also start putting responsibility on the CISOs. Make sure that they are, providing the continuous learning to their teams. They are keeping them updated on various aspects in terms of security. And as the new situation evolves, as we see new scenarios emerge, I think it's important for people to start correlating and addressing those issues. And I think one important aspect here is as you start working with different vendors and partners who have specialized skill sets, I think it's important to leverage those skill sets rather than trying to build everything on your own. What we're also seeing that the current situation has also brought in a lot of I would say stress in terms of business economics, right? So the cash flow obviously is a problem, and we are seeing that companies are getting a little frugal in terms of these trends. So I think what is important is to have to develop an integrated framework which obviously works on people, process, and technology, and create a very secure layered environment so that you are able to create the right skill sets for each layer of security that is required, and look at optimizing resources through more of an automation rather than completely making it people dependent. So that's my view, Deepak. So Deepak, I think we need to see this problem in a different way. I think it's more of prevention than cure, as I was mentioning earlier. I think it's important to make sure that our people, I mean, we follow the best practices. First is to make sure that your employees are able to understand the risk of cybersecurity, right? I think to do that, obviously, you need to have clear communication to the employees, increase the awareness amongst them on social engineering, which typically can happen during these times, and this is going to go up as we move forward. And also you continue to monitor the high risk users, right? So I think as you focus your efforts onto some of these areas, I think you continue to stay safe and certainly reduce the stress. The other aspect which is important is to invest in the right technology. Look at the best practices in terms of tech. Make sure that your patch management is in place. You have the right VPN solution to access corporate network as well as corporate infrastructure. Try deploying advanced threat protection solutions. Deploy, if possible, integrate with the SOC so that there's a constant monitoring which is going on. Try managing the shadow IT. I think that's one of the biggest threats that we CIOs actually see today, because users are obviously getting to access the technology resources outside the technology domain itself. Right? They're able to go and purchase. So I think that's one of the biggest threats which organizations are facing, because your data will potentially be lying wherever. And the last piece, which to my mind, is to fix the processes, right? So I think it's important to promote resilience as we look at the overall security posture. Relook at your VR capabilities. Look at cloud, as she was mentioning. Look at cloud-based solutions so that you are faster in terms of rollout of solutions. And I would say the last bit is to make sure that you manage the security risk related to third parties. I think that's another big area which obviously you need to look at. So to summarize, what I would want to say is, if you manage some of these areas, if you have a clear plan, I think the stress automatically will come down. Right? There's an increased threat that is coming up, but I think it's important to stay prepared than actually get worried about the threat is coming. So I think, Deepak, it is important to have the cyber risk management as one of the key aspects to your business resilience plan. I think it's more around how your plan is centered around preparation, detection, response, and recovery. to make sure they are more cyber resilient, as we move into the digital future.